Sorry for not uploading a lot. I know. I know I wanted to say yes, it's the year of Fade, and it still is, but, I've just been a bit busy with school and all that, school's coming to the end of the year. I wanted to finish some work up before, I eventually, go on to junior year or something. But, don't worry, videos are gonna be out way more, probably around the summer, so keep that in mind, since I'm just way less busy. New videos will be coming up, a lot of talking videos, especially due to E3 and the Sonic stuff. I'm definitely going to be talking a bit more about news like that. So make sure you keep that in mind as well. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking about the cartoons coming back. We're going to be talking about Dragon Ball, what's the future of Dragon Ball and stuff. There's going to be a lot of new stuff we're going to be talking about. So without further ado, we're going to get into this video. Hello everyone, it's Faye. Welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the My Hero Academia leak. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot what I was talking about for a minute. But anyway, yeah, so My Hero Academia was leaked to be getting a FighterZ treatment type game. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, but for those who don't know, the FighterZ treatment is basically how Dragon Ball is basically turned from, normal arena type fighter to a Street Fighter 2.5D style game. And so, a lot of people have been asking, man, which is the next anime to get this treatment? A lot of people have wanted Naruto, a lot of people have wanted Bleach. We're going to be talking about a lot of that in this video. So, first of all, we're going to be talking about the leak, and then we're going to get into more specifics. Now, first of all, I want to keep in mind that this is a 4chan leak, so do take this with a huge grain of salt. Some of you might be saying, but Sonic got the 4chan leak with Sonic Rangers, and the thing about Sonic Rangers is, there has been a lot of evidence to back up Sonic Rangers, which I won't talk here since I want to save that for the video ahead. But, there's just way more evidence to support Sonic Rangers than there is to support the My Hero game. So, especially due to there's some weird stuff in here that is going to make them a lot of sense. So, anyway, we're going to get started. I'm going to be reading the leak to you guys, and I'll show on screen as well, so don't worry guys. Anyway. Okay, am I recording? Okay, good, yeah, recording. In case you don't want to click, this is from the Victor first on Reddit, so thank you, Victor. ArcSys is currently working on a My Hero Academia fighting game that's planned to be announced at E3. Before I break down what I know, let me just answer two questions preemptively. Why choose My Hero Academia over something more popular, One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen? A couple of different series are being tossed around, One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen being two of them. My Hero Academia was always settled on for a few reasons. Now keep this in mind because I want to talk about this just a bit later. Future events in the anime being seen as potential to boost in popularity. If you read the manga, you'll know the upcoming movie as well as the future anime project. You'll pick up more demos later. It might be a little bit of spoilers, so keep that in mind if you are an anime only watcher. So keep that in mind. Why make a new fighting game? One Justice 2 just got a new season of DLC announced. Bandai Namco feels like One Justice 2 and Arena Fighters in general occupy more casual markets than traditional fighters. I want to talk about this for a little bit. This is true. A lot of people, fighting game fanatics do not like arena fighters, or at the very least, they just don't really consider them real fighting games. Which it's just very complicated. A lot of people just don't think of it as an actual fighting game. Mostly due to the fact how there's the balance is very different. For example, in Xenoverse 2, Hit and UI Goku are basically the best characters in the game, and you can't do anything about it. Loki, you can barely ever win unless you pick UI Goku or Hit yourself. But in FighterZ, while UI Goku is still probably one of the best characters in the game, you can still beat him with a low tier. So, it's kind of like that. There's probably more into it. I'll probably link a video down below just to explain it a bit better. But, something like that. But this is correct. Arena fighters in general are more of a casual market than traditional fighters. But they also tend to notice that in general, more competitive fighters draw more attention with tournaments and such, and want to get said attention to My Hero Academia. Plans, the game is also planned to be released close to the end of One Justice DLC cycle anyway. Now onto the game itself. 4 buttons. Light, medium, heavy, and support action, similar to FighterZ. 2v2 with 1 assist. This is interesting. I've already read this before, so I already know most of it, so unfortunate. I made a video on this before, but kind of got corrupted, so, and I just kind of kept muttering over there, so I just decided to re-record it, so, unfortunately. Roster consists of playable and assist-only characters. Assists can range from offensive to defensive with type varying by character. Each character has access to support items, as what the support action is tied to. Support items can vary by item and can range from simple projectiles to some that can affect the mobility. Gameplay is more ground, not as combo heavy, similar to Guilty Gear. I know Guilty Gear is more, not as combo heavy as things like FighterZ or something like that, so there'll be stage transitions similar to Guilty Gear Solid and Dragon Ball FighterZ. No idea what kind of netcode's gonna have. Uses the same tech that Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ does with its aesthetic, however, goes for comic look with harsh shadows and thicker outlines, because, you know, My Hero Academia is more inspired by the superhero genre. I was also told by the super story mode and clan roster playable characters, but I was not what the assist characters or support items are. Here are the information the story mode is given. Story takes place in the Endeavor agency arc, introduces American corporation named Dallas, who got popular a few years prior to responsive heroes, and recently gained worldwide recognition after announcing they are capable of giving quirks to purpose children. Recently branched out in Japan shortly prior to their arrival in Japan. A number of Japanese heroes get accused of committing criminal acts. It's later revealed that 3 individuals at the Dallas is behind the heroes turning into criminals. Calling for to face the company whose quirk allows her to replicate any quirk based on the information she knows about. She can only have one at a time. Outwardly acts nice and motherly, but a true person is cold and calculated. She recognizes the inefficiency in real heroes, so she aims to replace them all with ones that can be controlled more easily and thus made more effective. Cedric Laurent, whose quirk allows him to take a person's quirk and implant it to another living creature, he however cannot use that quirk himself. He's described as a sarcastic and cynical person who believes quirks are dangerous to innocent people, and heroes are given too much freedom with their quirks. He wants to work with Colleen to replace heroes with more easily controlled ones. A guy who goes by the name Deuce, his quirk allows him to create living beings from its own fat, but they quickly wither and die when they get hungry. He's an obese, artsy type who speaks in a flamboyant, almost poetic manner. He doesn't care about the others' plans and just wishes to create heroes to be admired. They initially want to kidnap heroes and use Deuce to create replacements, but that plan wasn't effective, so they started finding quirkless orphans and raising them like a cult in order to make them easy to control. They also indoctrinate any children who are brought to them by parents looking to give their child a quirk. They still use Deuce's creation to discredit existing heroes of both Delta Clouds or sponsored ones. The police and a few heroes along with UA students put together a task force to figure out why heroes are committing crimes. The Dallas is eventually exposed, leading them to go to a full-scale attack on Japan with their sponsored heroes. Most of the battles are just book battles similar to Street Fighter V, with some character battles against clone heroes, spawn battles between Deku and Colleen. So this story actually seems pretty interesting. I don't know why they popped off with this story and not with not with FighterZ, because that FighterZ story was just not good. That story was horrible. And then comparing it to this one, sheesh, man. Look at this story. It seems really interesting. I really like the story. It's really cool. So here's the roster. Now everyone will be playable in story mode. Midoriya, Bakugo, Todoroki, Uraraka, Tenya, Ida, Kirishima, Asui, Eraserhead, All Might, Endeavor, Mirio, Nejire, Tamaki, Endeavor, Gang, Orca, Miracle, Hops, Best Genius, Edgeshot, Macum, Pixie Bob, Shigaraki, Toga, and Dabi. Dabi and Colleen. Now, there are a couple of odd choices, and a couple of odd takes. For one thing, they didn't add Momo, which I thought was a weird choice, because she is one of the main characters in the series that actually gets focus on her. Fumigaki was also a weird choice that I didn't see on this list, so it's kind of weird. I assume they'll probably just be DLC, but if this game was true, then it would probably be DLC. I don't think this game is happening. But, they've done weird stuff like this before, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen, but I still think it's probably not going to happen. But anyway, there's still a couple of odd things in here, and I think picking Best Genius over someone Momo was kind of weird, but I don't know, whatever. Twice would have been a cool character. I know. Shoot. What was the character's name? Mineta. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot Mineta's name for a minute. I feel like Minera's probably gonna be like as an assist character, like gets characters stuck in like a spot for a little bit before, you know, someone can go into a combo, looking like that. But yeah, I think it's cool. This doesn't look too bad. If this was an actual game, it looks pretty cool. But now I want to go back up here to the why My Hero Academia over something more popular. Now in Japan, they basically pick stuff that's popping off right about now. So right, that's why, you know, Naruto hasn't gotten a new game in a while. You know, or Bleach. Naruto and Bleach haven't gotten new games in a while because they haven't been popping off in Japan. They might be popping off in America, but in Japan, you know, not a lot of people care about Naruto or Bleach at the moment because, you know, Naruto's over. Boruto's is kind of meh. I mean, Boruto has been popping off right now, but, like, you know, not a lot of people really care about that. We're going to have One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer and stuff like that. Now, Demon Slayer is already getting the Naruto Storm treatment, so, you know, it doesn't really need a FighterZ type game. But I do think that One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen not getting the FighterZ treatment and instead My Hero Academia is kind of weird. Because even if One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen still pretty much pop off way more than My Hero Academia, despite Jujutsu Kaisen still ending, there's still a lot of future events that it's having as well. So, and I know that like My Hero Academia, you know, is popping off as well, but not as much as Jujutsu Kaisen, or at the very least One Piece. If you're going to make a FighterZ treatment, then why not One Piece? Because One Piece is still popping off with both its manga and anime, even in both Japan and America. So I think it was really weird not to pick One Piece and instead pick My Hero Academia. So I don't know, that was just really weird. That was like a really weird choice to make. They were right about the fact how, you know, arena fighters you know, are for more casual players, while you know, more traditional fighters are more towards, you know, people that like competitive games. It makes more sense. You know, again, it's just very odd to me that One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen didn't get picked, but My Hero Academia did, which My Hero Academia is a good game. It's like a good series. But I think it doesn't pop off as much as One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen. I know that Bleach, if Bleach does come back, it probably is going to get a game. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bleach doesn't get a game. It could potentially even get the FighterZ treatment. I don't know. It could, but I don't see it happening as well, especially since I think Arc is still working on Guilty Gear Strive. I think there's even supposed to be a new Blast Blue, I think. But I don't know. But at the very least, Guilty Gear Strive is still being worked on, so I doubt that they would get another game to work on, especially since this is supposed to release like closer to the end of One Justice DLC as well, which I don't know when One Justice DLC is going to end, but it's probably going to be really recent. Probably going to be probably in this year, maybe even next year. So, especially since One Justice 2 literally released like a year ago, so yeah, I don't see this happening. It would be cool. I would love to play a My Hero Academia type game. I would like to play any kind of FighterZ game with new anime, but you know, I just don't really see it happening. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's not? Let me know down below. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.